All right, guys, we're going to jam with your 5 cards here for love today. So I asked for a little bit of helpers. I did for the love video. I only got the 5 of Cups and the Knight of Wands from the mystical moments. And of course, you meditate a little bit. You ask the right questions. You also sit for the day, right? The tarot cards that show up for the day. The 5 of Cups is a biggie because it not only was in the pre-shuffle, it was also in my meditative response, or what I asked for in the universe. So let's talk about the Knight of Wands in the beginning of this love story. Again, I realize it can be real life. It could play out. So the Knight of Wands is Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. And there's a bit of this like fire recognizance with Libra. It's resonating in your soul at this time. I feel like I'm picking up though on a Libran that wants to start fresh with this type of energetic passion. It can be for your own personal passions. If you're starting an art project, there's something in the home that you're working on, renovations, or this is just a free time effort. It can even be starting, I see someone that's starting like an Etsy account that detailed. Like I actually can see you starting an account that will in the future give back to you. Okay, and it's something that you love to do. So I feel like this energetic thing is involved with love. I also feel like it's tying in with your age at this time. There's a little bit of markers here in life that you do continue in your life striving for. So this is like an independent, it's not someone outside of you. I think that's the Libra with a lot of drive, passion, effort, and energy. And those are the types of adjectives I think today will be a part of your persona. I think you've been thinking about it a lot more. So the Knight of Wands comes out as you. I only got 2 helpers, so it's not a lot. 5 of Cups is also regret. It's remorse. The 5 of Cups speaks as something that is lost, or we consider that we regret, right? Regretful emotions. I can relate this to a movie. If you guys have ever seen Forrest Gump with Tom Hanks, there's a part in the story where I feel like he could have been with Jenny at any point. She was also very trusting of Forrest. It's the only man she could ever trust in the film. It's directed by Robert Zemeckis. Okay, he's told many tales like that. All his movies have like a thread of gold in it. And I feel like he could have had Jenny at a certain point. I feel like when he went off to Vietnam in the film, that's what reminded me of this card. And he always looks back at leaving Jenny back in Alabama or Georgia. I do have to look at the location. And it reminds me of that scene. That's the essence I got from the card. So somebody feels that it's an opportunity well missed that slipped away. And in your subconscious, I feel like you're also aware of this. I feel like you're also aware of the regret from this person in your life, or it's you. So let's look at the story, okay? We have a couple cards that we could go off of. I told you it would be a very simple reading. I do not want to do a lot of clarifications for this video. I just want to leave it like ham on the table. So I panned down a little bit so you guys could see. Can I see the flippers for this particular love story? It can be very specific. The 6 of Cups is first, the Queen of Wands, and the Sun. Okay, let me go with the Sun first. On the table is this Leo energy. I'm going to pan in for you guys. The Sun is a new effort. Whenever it comes over the horizon, it brings in great feelings. Like you wake up, you make a cup of coffee, you get your day started. It's a rollover in the bed. And I feel like you look at times very differently now, born with that fire. So Leo to Leo, basically. Knight of Wands is Sagittarius. But we do see that fire in 2 cards, even in the helper card this morning. We have the Queen of Wands, very attractive. I think that this is well kept by you and upkept in a certain way. It can be your own wellness, like we mentioned in video 1. It can also be something that is very rare about you. Doesn't take a lot of effort to be the Queen of Wands. Again, she's very physically attractive. Men, this comes out as well-dressed, smelling good, right? For females, this is about your look. This is about your hair color, maybe even the style of dress. So your Queen of Wands is very effortless in this story. Highly admired by many too. You could have a specific person that's also, I feel like there's an admirer, like I felt the need to say that. So the Queen of Wands, I feel like she's actually the header of the story. This is what you're becoming. Also, we're in a new year. 2024 hasn't brought a lot of changes, but we've had big lunar and solar eclipse, or the energy of that. So I think that solar eclipse is, let me put this down too, very difficult to like hold them while you explain. It's all fire if you look. You're not coming in with water anymore, Libras. You don't come in with your heavy swords energy. It's a lot of fire even if you don't have it in your chart. Now your reader here, I only have Sagittarius twice in my chart. It's not very heavy. That's like the heaviest fire that I have. But it's also adventure, right? Sagittarians are very adventurous. Leos like to be the center of attention, or they're known for that. Aries, they're go-getters. They don't care what anybody thinks. They say it's the opposite of Libra, because one of our low vibrational traits is that we might have the gift of people pleasing. So I just wanted to discuss that. Some of us have overcome that though in our dark night of the soul. A lot of fire, just to remind you for your love reading. An attractive person heads this reading with also some ambition and some desires that they want to attack or maybe see happen in this lifetime. Okay, beautiful set of energy. Like those 3 cards capture this reading for me, but you also had another flipper with the beautiful 6 of Cups. So the 6 of Cups, again, let's run down it like a class. It is about nostalgia. Sometimes you can isolate to feel the 6 of Cups and somebody misses you. Overall, it's the great missing you card, or they send you a message of I miss you. This one I saw in the pre-shuffle too, so I'm not that surprised. It's here today. Also coverage by the star. I almost missed this, and you have it for 2 times in your readings today. It's twice. The 6 of Cups to the star is someone missing you as the healing person. You've healed them before. They feel healing energy from you, and it's tactile to approach you. Not that hard to write you a message and contact you about that. Maybe that's what this is, the Queen of Wands to the 6 of Cups. Somebody misses your essence, being there as a astute part of their life. Maybe you were there every day for this person. And I do think the 6 of Cups flipped over too many times today for me. I think that's a general energy for you as a Queen of Wands. Okay, and take it how it resonates. If you're masculine, you're King of Wands. All right. So it just talks of outside attraction. Some of you might be focused here, like this is fitness, wellness, also about getting outside, taking your grounding walks, very long hikes for some of you Libras who do love fitness. You're one of the signs that likes to get outside. We also need to address this 5 of Cups. Let's get a couple more out. Okay, I do want to lengthen the reading. I don't want them to be too short. So what's the 5 of Cups here? What's this about the outside connector? All right, look, how does this relate to us today? I should ask. What's the 5 of Cups? And I'm just going to pick from my intuition from the deck. 5 of, oh my, did you see that? It's a 5 of Cups, same card. That's really weird. 5 of Cups randomly selected by intuition from the deck, and then my helper card from the beginning with the yellow flowers. It's clarifying itself, so someone feels regret. Can I get a flipper on how that feels in the 3D for this person? And again, it can be you, so just take it how it resonates. We got one guy here. 4 of Cups, missed opportunity. Okay, can be coming from a fire sign. For me as an intuit, anything red in a card I pick up as fire, but it's also a Cups card, which means it highly affects Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So anybody with water connected to you. All 3 cards are water, if you notice. Even the one with the pots, of course. So the 5 of Cups clarifies the 5 of Cups, their remorse or their regret, and they view it now as a missed opportunity. Or you are that flower that blew in the wind, or the cherry blossom that left the sakura garden. Okay, that's how I'm seeing it. So Queen of Wands, they look back at you. It is that missed opportunity, as you see in the cards. Really beautiful because we didn't draw a lot of cards today, and these are the emotions of the person you're currently dealing with. Now, I do want to explain something. When you watch a reading and you say, doesn't really resonate for me today, and why? Because other readers are pulling the same cards. By frequency, those readers are definitely vibing on the same frequency in thinking. So they're receiving the same energy. That's what I've studied. That's what I've read. Other parts of it too, it can be that because we are under the guise of the Aries season, we're getting a lot of Aries cards, right? You've gone through many weeks seeing the Emperor. You've gone seeing the King of Wands. You've seen the Queen of Wands, which is in the reading today. She's here in the white dress. So we do have missed opportunity feelings. We have an active Five of Cups from your person. And obviously it can change throughout the day here. So that's what I'm going to ask next. Somebody misses you. The Six of Cups is also behind this very sullen, she's a beautiful blonde, but it almost has this emotive feeling that somebody definitely is looking back at their camera roll. There's like an admiration over the purity in the white dress. So that can be many of you in today's reading. Okay. This person is also going through a lot of internal change. I want to describe her because there's something here transformative in the moment. This person is actually taking action steps. If I'm speaking of you, you might be the Queen of Wands today in human form. So let's see what those two other cards that we're missing. Love to round out the rest of the day, whatever falls. The Page of Swords. Page of Swords is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It is the air sign family. Sometimes you might not feel like a personal Page of Swords. You don't do this, right? But you do feel like others do this to you. It's when you scroll through your feed and family members are just looking at your Instagram. They don't like anything. They just pay attention to things quietly. They don't compliment you on anything that you do, or they don't revere you in any way. And that's fine. We take that as Libras. We're very strong about that. We don't need it necessarily. So the Page of Swords is just people on looking about you, very curious about you too, because this is the energy today that you come in as a solid. All right, that's the solid. I would say that this is like the liquid flowing around you. This is a part of the river that flows around the moat around you. That's interesting because in the Five of Cups, it's covered in water, and we could very well take this as a river or lake. Okay, there's a lot of regrets for also how the outside has treated you because you've manifested huge things. And I feel like there's also a change of opinion here on you as a person, Queen of Wands. Okay, the last love card. What ends up happening to round this out? Can I get one more card too? I'm going to read them together. So it's interesting. Get the top card. I'll get this as challenge, so I'll lay it sideways. The bottom of the deck is it's not the Two of Cups, what you see there at the bottom. The Lovers. Okay, so Gemini, divine energy of two people coming together. This is somebody that definitely wants to be with you. I think it does come from regret. There's someone here that views you in that lover's light. I'm not sure what their next steps are because we got a challenge card. Let's read it. The truth comes in, the Ace of Swords. Clarity. Sometimes when these words come in, it's very vibrant. So we get a vibrant display of talking, or it's a heart-to-heart, which goes back and forth. Lovers to the Ace of Swords. Just stare at that energy and draw from your own intuition what that feels like. Okay, it's very interesting because the Lovers is major arcana, as you're probably telling yourself. Ace of Swords is just the beautiful, honest truth that you get out of it. There could even be a soulmate coming in. These are my soulmate arrival cards. So you got two for the general love story today, Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. I saw this in a couple of personals, and I only did two last night. So the Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn. The breakdown of the Knight of Swords is also Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You got a little bit of your Swords energy. Very protective. You could be protecting your nurturing heart. And I'm sorry, I'm going too fast. I'll slow down. You're nurturing yourself. It's important. It's a part of your speed. It's a part of your stamina. Not many people respect it, and that's fine. Let them think what they want to think. But at the end of the day, the Queen of Pentacles is also like a very protective, stable figure in the tarot. Out of all the 78 cards, I feel like she's a good luck totem when you see her in a reading, because it means that care is being put into the situation. Someone's thinking, someone's assessing with heart, and someone's very careful with their decisions. That's why she's stable, because she's able to keep those emotions and not let it flood out and be all wild, right? She's very respected. Also, she sits on a throne which is based out of Pentacles and having discipline. So we got Capricorn energy here. I think someone comes in and talks to you. Knight of Swords to this energy, which can be more feminine on most days. So I will end it here, and I do have a couple of notes in this reading, maybe food for thought. This Four of Cups is something that you will know about, whether this is a download or you actually receive word from a particular person. The fact that they establish communication with you is very, very brave, right? So I think the Four of Cups actually manifests for many of you in the real world. I do want to thank you for your time. I will leave some of these cards as the book art for today, especially that Six of Cups. So you guys get to see it in its like sharpened view, because I feel like it's more beautiful in person. And I do think this is a part of nostalgia. I think you miss the past, but you're also moving on to great new heights, okay? Take those steps very carefully. Take it in a lighthearted motion too. I don't think it has to be too serious. And the Six of Cups is just letting you know that the past is in retrograde. They might come back, they might talk to you, but it's going to be very nostalgic, very much about trying just to get to know where you are in life, and maybe even friendliness this time around. This is the message this morning. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow.